I spend a lot of time on the internet, and between you and me, I don't usually think that I spend a lot of productive time on the internet, and which means that I usually come across some really cool things like amazing articles on Medium or tweet threads that are really inspiring or other videos. And you also know that if you spend too much time on the internet, you tend to procrastinate thinking that you're researching to find things. Usually I come across some really great messages that in my mind I'm like, oh my god, I wish everybody could hear about this. I wish every single person on earth would see this. I like the tweet, I retweet it, or I share with a friend, or I send a link to somebody and say, you have to watch this video. And today I want to start something that I've always wanted to do on the channel, which I did once. I did a reaction video once where I reacted to something that I thought was pretty cool. And today I want to share a thread by someone that made me really go thinking like, wow, this is a really great message and I wish everyone would hear. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be sharing one thing that I wanted to do on the channel for a long time as well, which is this video's comment winner. So every single video I'm going to be doing a comment winner. So stick to the very end of the video to find out who is the comment winner of this video and why. Hi, my name is Kamga, and on this channel I make videos to help you find more meaning and connection in your life. How do I do that? I use storytelling and my life as a lens to pass all the content that I consume, whether it's conversations, podcasts, videos, movies, books, etc. So if you're interested in thoughtful conversations around the idea of what are we doing here? What is my life like? Am I wasting my life? What am I doing on this earth? What is my passion? Or to find out how to have better relationships, have better friendships, be a better husband, wife, then you should stick around. I highly recommend you click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you would know exactly that the video is up and you'll watch it. All right, have you done the things? Like, comment, subscribe to things? Yeah. I was browsing on Twitter, wasting away, waiting for a video to upload somewhere, or simply just wasting time. And I came across this thread that I thought, oh my God, this is really nice. This is really nice. And it's not really nice in a way that it's like, this is mind-breaking. It's not something the person, she's not saying anything that hasn't been said before. It was just the way she said it, and I could feel the emotion. So before going there, let me just read it. The tweet is by, name on Twitter is That Church Sister, at Delight Alombah. Alright, yes. So it's by That Church Sister, at Delight Alombah. We've spoken a little bit on Twitter, and when I saw the tweet, it has like what, 73 tweets at the time, retweets at the time of this reading, and 11 quote tweets and 155 likes. And you see, the thing is, you probably not see this trending on Twitter. Like many things, I feel like there's some good information, good stories that don't trend on Twitter because the internet is what it is. And I don't know if you've watched Social Dilemma. By the way, let me know in the comment section if you've watched Social Dilemma, or what you thought about the Social Dilemma. I want to make a video on it. Let me know if you'd be interested. If you watch Social Dilemma, you would realize that we live in a world where we're probably missing a lot. Like we don't even know what's really going on. And once you open your mind to that, but before all that, let's get into the tweet. It's a tweet thread, so I'm going to read it out and then give you my take on it. Dear 90s baby, if things went well, you're out of university, and thanks to social media, you're aware of what is happening to almost everyone. That classmate that waited the extra year before going to school now has her master's degree, and that other one is married. That unserious classmate is now abroad, working and making lots of money. The other quiet girl hasn't been posting much, and you just found out she's pregnant. You've turned down all the men, and it's looking like it's looking like that was the last fish in the ocean. Your DM is only full of, hey sexy. You've probably tried 1 or 2 relationships and they were tragic. Your employer is mean, and you haven't even given your parents the good life you wish to have given them by now. Proposal photos everywhere, and you're like, see all these small girls of yesterday. Your Benchi just got a major contract worth millions, and you're wondering if this was the right path for you. One of your friends is now popular and won't even reply to your DMs. Everyone seems to be moving with their lives. This season may be hard. Focus on your race. You can't win by focusing on other runners. Don't work to prove a point, because a point is not that big. Look inward, gain strength, and run like hell. Things will work out. Put in the work. Do your best. No one can ask you more than that. You are in your race alone, and you only lose when you stop running. Yours truly. So when I read this a couple of times, read this one through, and I see the responses for like, thank you, everything. And it struck me because it's the kind of conversations that people know, like, you know this. This is the thing about a lot of this cool information on the internet, or a lot of truth, I guess. You know the truth. You know what you have to do. You know what you should be doing. Do the work and everything. It's, for me, what struck me with this tweet is the way she put it and the image she painted. I thought it was a very beautiful story. I'm sure there's more. And in fact, I want to be able to do more like this and actually break down some of these tweets or these stories and see why this particularly hit me. And this is a little bit rushed because I really wanted to make this video, because I know that if I don't make the video, I'll find a reason not to make it. Like the way procrastination works is it pops in, tells you some little lies, you believe the lies, and it grows into this big thing. So I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to make the video as soon as possible, and I'll be making more of this video. So again, let me know in the comment section, is this something you would like to see? Have you come across something that's really cool that you would like me to read and give my take? Let me know. The first tweet she says is, dear 90s baby. That, for me, that was a really great hook, because I was born in 1990. I'm 30 years old, and millennials, the generation of 90s and 89, 90s, that's the generation that grew up with the computer, with the phone. So this message spoke to us. But then she's speaking to the girl, she's speaking to the woman, she's speaking to the person who is 30 years now, and at that point in her life, she's like, everybody around me is getting married, everybody is leaving the house, what up? And everybody's, even this small girl, like she said, the small girls, the benchies, like people she was sitting in class with, even the unserious classmate is now abroad. Now, that particular aspect of a tweet got me a little bit like, actually, moving abroad is not exactly what people think it is, because now that I live abroad, I can speak with a perspective. But I know for a fact that many people's lives will be changed if they're able to leave from Cameroon or other African countries and go elsewhere where there are quote unquote more opportunities, because it's difficult. Let's say it's difficult to make it in Cameroon, the state is. It's possible, but it's difficult. There are people who are making, the people who are building things. It's difficult, but it's possible. But she said that I could feel, the anxiety of seeing people on social media. Somebody now in Paris, somebody's, I don't know, me, I'm in the US, and you're like, oh, you're moving forward in life. Look at me. I graduated from UB and I'm still here. What am I doing in my life? And that, proposal photos everywhere. This is what got me thinking about the social dilemma, about the idea of, we curate these lives, we put all these things on stage, and then you see only what you see. Like, you see proposals photos, but nobody ever takes a selfie of, I just finished fighting with my wife, I'm really upset right now. Or my husband is such an asshole, he could not even do this thing. Or my wife is so annoying sometimes. Like, nobody ever says that, but we see only the good parts, the proposals, the beautiful presents, the gifts, but the relationship is way more than that. So a lot of this tweet resonated because of the aspect of this picture that we see. You see this image on the internet, you see these things that people put out. Your friends are getting married, you're getting proposals, nobody's asking you out. I made a video the other day about, wasting your 30s, and I think you should watch that video. I'm going to put a link here where you can watch it. You feel like you're wasting your life, you feel like you're not doing anything, and one thing she said there was not being able to give your parents the life that you thought they were going to give them. That aspect, a little bit, it bothered me. Now I think about it, bothered me a little bit, because it goes on this idea of expectations from kids to parents. It's like an African thing. It's probably going to require its own video by itself, but where parents bring you to this world, but then you end up feeling like you're responsible for their success. Like, if you're not successful, then they're not successful. And some parents make kids really feel that pressure. But then there are also kids who are just so grateful that their parents raised them, that they want to give back. And if you're in this position where you're not able to get a job, you're not able to move forward in life, and your parents are probably not even complaining about it, but you feel like, man, these guys are giving me so much money, they've paid all my school fees, they've done all these things. Yeah, sure, they're your parents, they're supposed to do that. But you also like to be like, hey daddy, hey mom, you know how you broke your back and went to the farm and did all these things? Guess what? Here's a car for you. Here's a house for you. I mean, I see that all the time. A lot of people on money Twitter, people tweet about money and talk about business and things. They're very proud to say, I send my dad this amount of money just because he's my dad. Like, you build a business. I think every child has that idea, that pride of, I want my parents to feel like they did something good. I feel like she really gave this message like a sister talking to a brother, to another sister, actually to another sister. And she ends with yours truly, which is something that I thought was, sweet. So yeah, that was really what I wanted to talk about in this video, this tweet thread. I think you should go read it yourself. I'm going to put a link, of course, in the description. You can check it out. Everybody can gain something from having an audience of people who listen. I think she does some really cool things that you should check out and see, and just say hello. Say Kamga sent you. That'd be nice. And of course, if you disagree with the tweet, if you disagree with anything that is there, first of all, you can reply that. I think she'll be happy to talk to you. Secondly, you can tell me, I'm like, hey, Kamga, this tweet is not as awesome as you thought. Of course, it's not as awesome as you thought, because I'm subjective. And I really think that the things that I find that resonate with me don't have to be things that resonate with you. That's life. Hey, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Comment winner of the video. Video comment of the winner. Winner comment of the, there's a comment, somebody won, and this is the video that I'll be making the comment on. That's basic idea. It's a work in progress. I'll figure it out. Today's video comment winner is Ryan Lawless. Ryan left a comment on one of my videos where I talk about meaning, and I was rambling about a bunch of things and saying things that didn't make a lot of sense, and I felt like that video was I could have done better, but I like the fact that I still did the video. I put it out. I filmed that video months ago, and between the time that I filmed the video and when I published it, my mind had changed about things. But Ryan's comment really resonated with me, and I felt like it would not do justice for me to just reply it. I would actually need to read for you to check it out. So if you want to see the video, it's going to be on the screen here at some point when I finish talking, and you can actually watch that particular video and see the comment that Ryan left. Ryan says, I would suggest that it is less about finding meaning in an event. So by the way, the video was about meaning. It's about finding meaning and what's the meaning of things, and how do you create meaning, and what should you do when things happen, like how do you decide what is meaningful to you or not. So that's the context. Ryan says, I would suggest that it is, wow, I need my glasses for life. Fun fact, my left eye sees better than my right eye, so when I don't wear my glasses it gets really difficult to see. I would suggest that it is less about finding meaning in an event retroactively and creating meaning in what immediately follows the event proactively, as a method of healthy framing. An event can undoubtedly be an inflection point in a person's history, but assigning too much value to it in retrospect can sometimes hamper growth or keep a person forever reliving whatever it was that took place. Instead, this happened to me, what does it mean? I prefer to approach these moments as, this happened to me, and what meaning can I create from it? It's a shift in outlook that can foster a new perspective on an old situation. It can also be quite empowering. Ryan, thank you so much for this perspective. A lot of what I talked in the video was really centered around, oh, everything is meaningful, how much meaningful is it? But what you're telling me here really ties in what I believe in, because I'm reading a book, Personality Isn't Permanent. I did a newsletter. There's a link in the description for you to listen to if you want to read. But I talked about the fact that you can actually retell these stories for yourself, for your advantage. And when you say like, this happened to me, what meaning can I create from it? This is the perfect scenario of, no matter what happens, bad things, evil things, breakups, business destroyed, somebody insults you, feeling upset, doing something, you can decide what meaning can I create from it. So thank you so much, Ryan. And if you would like to have your comment featured on the video on the channel as well, hey, you know what to do. Leave a comment. If I like it, I'll talk about it, and then that'd be cool. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.